Hi guys, so today we will be solving the linked list cycle problem from Leetcode again. The previously I had solved this using a set. So although it is O of n runtime, because we're using set, it requires extra memory. So if we want to not use set, what we can do for this problem is have two pointers, right? So we would assign one, or we'll assign both as a head, like in this case 3, and we'll move one faster than the other. So we will have one pointer saying slow and another fast. And the thing about the cycle is that the two pointers, fast and slow, they will eventually meet at the same point. So that's the fact about a cycle, right? Like even though one is moving faster than the slow, they will eventually catch up. So we're going with that logic here. So what we can do is just say let slow equals head and let fast equal head as well. So for our while loop, what we have to do is use a while condition that's going to iterate through all of the nodes and stop once the fast reaches null or fast.next equals null. Because once they are null, that means that we are not in the cycle linked list. Because if you look in this problem, it will keep going, right? Like it will never hit the null. So what our condition will be is that while fast does not equal to null and fast dot next does not equal to false. Okay, the reason we're using fast here instead of slow is because the fast will, if there is a null point, the fast would reach it faster than the slow. So we need to stop iterating once we realize that the fast is null or the fast and the fast.next is null. So what we would do is we'll reassign slow to slow.next, and then we'll reassign fast to fast.next. And then we'll say if slow equals to fast, then that means we hit the cycle. We'll just return true. And if not, at the end, we'll just return false. So the reason we are not putting this if statement on line 18 is because initially we assign both of them as head, right? So if we were to put this if condition on top here, that means that it will always return true. And that could not be the case. Like if we had both slow and fast pointing at this node on the example 3, that's not, like, it will give us true if this if statement is on top. But that's not true, right? Because the example 3 is false because there's no cycle there. So let's try to run this and see if it passes. Okay, and yep, so it passes. So this would have O of n runtime, but for the space it will be linear because we're not using extra space to store the memory. Like in the earlier problem that I did, it was using set, so that would be extra memory. Okay, hope that makes sense to you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later in the next video.